Have I mentioned how I hate my school? I think I've mentioned it before, but I'm gonna mention it again because, like, okay. Shall we start at the beginning? Okay, let's start at the beginning. Okay, so, oh God, it's so gross. Like, why does that have to go down your throat? Like, that's disgusting. That is disgusting. Don't look like a slug. I don't know what slimy shit going down my throat. Thank you very much. Wow. Okay, someone's very feisty today. Feisty, right? Oh, okay. That's gross. That is so gross. Ew, 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 ew. I hate snot. Okay. Anyways. Okay, so I think I talked about it before, but like I have fourth period Friday, and I only spent like half the period in there. And then the last 35 minutes I did not, because I did initially have a phone call for a college like interview, but I kind of like maybe sort of like just changed it to a different day and didn't tell anyone. And then also I had the movie theater thing with my mom, and I wanted to spend time with my mom, so I might have fibbed a little bit, okay? Like, it was based in truth, okay? Like, I did initially have an appointment in the middle of my fourth period last Friday, and then I changed the appointment, but then my mom and I were going to the movie, so I thought I can get out of school early and go with my mom earlier if I just kind of fib a little bit, just a little white lie, and like say that like I had a college call that was assigned in the middle of class, because it was initially assigned in the middle of class, but that I switched the appointment. But no one needed to know that. Like, you know, I like wasn't missing anything. I went to my teacher during intervention. I got everything that we were supposed to be doing, and I got all of the homework, and I started doing it already. I'm already like almost all the way done with it. Like, I did all of the stuff that we would have done in those 35 minutes. Like, it's not like I had any missing work. Like, it's not like I intentionally skipped. But like, it's not like I was like neglecting work, because I still picked up work, okay? So it's skipping school, but it's like reasonably skipping, like, you know, and I got permission from my mom, I got permission from my uncle. Like, the only thing that I didn't do was I tried to, like, because I thought I could just be like, do you want to see the college phone call? Because I was thinking I could show them the old college phone call appointment and just be like, yeah, this is the college phone call appointment, this is my proof. I thought that would be enough for them. Apparently not. They wanted my mom to call them, and so I was like, okay. And so I tried to call my mom to call them, but then she didn't answer, and I was like, well, fuck. And then, so I ended up just going to class anyway, pissed off, because I was like, boy, if I don't get the rest of the 30 minutes of my fourth period, 35 minutes of my fourth period off, I'm gonna be pissed. And, like, because my school ends at 2:35, the movie starts at 2:50, okay? Like, you can see why I kind of wanted to get out of school a little bit earlier, okay? Like, it's not unreasonable, okay? And so, like, but I knew that, like, no one would accept my excuse if I said I wanted to go to the movies with my mom, so I kind of made a fib and said that it was the college career thing. But, like, okay, like, that was okay, because initially, like, that's what it was gonna be, so, like, it's not that bad, okay? Like, I'm just defending myself over here, card, because, like, I don't know, I know it's bad, but, like, it's not that bad, okay? It's not that bad. And, but the problem is, I try to talk, like, to the attendance window, and let me just say, the attendance window has, like, a bunch of little fucking children there, and they're petty and ridiculous, and they were just kind of like, no, you need to have your mom's phone call or a note. And I was like, I have proof of what I'm saying on my phone right here. It's dated, but, like, it's still proof. But, like, whatever. And she was like, just would not listen to me and kind of literally ignored me. And there were two people there. They both literally ignored me and were supposedly serving, like, the person behind me. Kind of just sort of, like, ignored me and pushed me to the side. And I was like, okay, fine. And so I left, and I was pissed off, and I was like, you know, whatever. And then so I was like, I tried to call my mom, and she didn't answer, and I was like, fuck it, I'll just go to class, you fucking pieces of shit. And so I went to class, and then my teacher and I already talked about it, so she was just, like, prepared. She was like, when do you plan to leave? And I was like, I don't want to seem like I was lying, so I was like, I don't know, like, maybe around 2. And she was like, okay, that sounds good. And then she kept kind of looking at me, like, expecting me to leave, and I was like, fuck. But then I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna leave anyways, like, it's fine, like, YOLO, whatever. Oh god, I just said YOLO, okay, whatever. And so I left, and like I said, I had all the stuff that I needed. Like, I knew what was going to be happening in the rest of the 30 minutes of class. Like, it was not a big deal, you know? But of course, the fucking school made a big deal out of it, since my mom didn't call, because, like, my mom didn't answer my phone when I tried to call her to get her to call. Which, as a foresight, I probably should have had my mom call from the beginning, because we had talked this out the night before. But I just didn't think about it. I thought my college, like, thing, like, email would be enough. But apparently not. Like, because, so, like, apparently, since I'm a 16-year-old little girl, actually I'm 17 now, but whatever. Since I'm an adolescent girl, like, I can't be dependable when there's literally facts staring you straight in the face, you little bitch. Like, I was just so pissed off. And so I ended up just leaving anyways. And then, of course, I get an email from the attendance window being like, hey, you were skipped a class. And I was like, I did not skip a class. Fuck you. I was present for more than half of that class. But I didn't write that back because, of course, like, that's to your damn self, you know? Because people die for not having thoughts of themselves. But, like, I struggle with that a lot. Like, a lot, clearly. Okay. Anyways. So, but then apparently they decided to call my grandma and were like, did you know your daughter skipped school? I mean, your granddaughter skipped school yesterday? And she was like, no, I had no idea. And so she came in here, like, not even 30 minutes before. It was, like, literally screaming at me, being like, you skipped school? Get off your lazy ass out of bed. Blah, blah. Well, she didn't, like, say lazy ass, but she was kind of like, are you going to get your lazy butt out of bed? Like, why are you in bed? Are you going to stay in bed all day? And I was like, probably. Like, I'm a lazy child. Like, it's a given. And then she just kind of, like, huffed. And then she was like, oh, also, I got a call from the school today. And was like, I didn't know you skipped school. I had no idea. And I was like, I didn't even bother trying to explain it to her because I knew as a fact she would not understand. So I tried to call my mom back and be like, could you call the office and explain shit to them? Because clearly they're confused because one petty little bitch doesn't know how to do her fucking job. Like, are you kidding me? Oh, it's not that she doesn't know how to do her job. She doesn't understand the meaning of outside the fucking box, and there's more than just the fucking written rules, bitch. Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure that an adult, if they were there, they would have accepted my email. But of course, since there's a little petty child there, she was like, no, it needs to be this way and this way. And I was like, okay, bitch, fine. Like, fuck you and your little ass bitch ass self. Like, fuck you. Like, I just... Also, like, I was so angry because not even, like, 10 minutes in the class, like, literally the same bitch that I was talking to at the attendance window walked in the classroom and was giving, like, a slip to my teacher or something, and I just kind of was like, don't glare at her, Angela, like, glare at the window. And I was like, to the window, to the wall, till the sweat dripped down my balls, like, think of something else. You're like, you know, like, I just, like, was like, do not glare. But then the minute she wasn't looking at me, I was like, fuck you. Like, I was so tempted to be like, bitch, not okay. I was not okay. And then, but anyways, like, my grandma's pissed at me. And, like, whatever. Like, she just doesn't understand. And I'm just gonna have my mom call my school because that stupid bitch is just so stupid and, like, ridiculous. And, like, oh my god, if I could get my hands on her and just, like, no restrictions, like, oh, that bitch would be dead. Just saying, she would be. I'm 35 minutes. They couldn't let me leave 35 minutes early. Like, are you fucking kidding me? My teacher was fine with it. My mom was fine with it. My family was fine with it. Like, I had everything going. And they just, that one little bitch just had to fuck it all up. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I'm... Ooh, I am Oh, ba 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 ba. I just cannot stand people at all. Like, I can't stand them. I hate them. I hate people. I hate society. I hate rules. Like, they're so restricting. They're incredibly stupid sometimes, too. Like, are you kidding me? Like, are you kidding me? Like, I am not, Like, I get rules. Like, they create order. They create society. Whatever. Fuck that. Whatever. But, like, at the same time, there is this little thing, boo-boo. It's called common sense. Use your brain instead of just the fucking rules, and you might have realized I had a legitimate excuse. And, like, it's just ridiculous. And, like, what if this, like, pops up and, like, my, like, whatever, and they're like, oh, she skipped school, like, she's not gonna be accepted in this college now because she skipped school, she's a bad student, whatever. Like, that's just gonna fucking piss me off, because, like, that's just ridiculous. Are you fucking kidding me? And then also I have, like, that bad part from the other day where I couldn't even come up with an excuse, because, like, you can't really come up with an excuse for emotional, like, I don't even know what the fuck was going on that Tuesday, but, like, I just could not move. And so, like, I have that on my thing. I have, like, that skipping school moment. And, like, just, I don't know why I keep doing this. Like, what does this even mean? Like, I mean, I get it. It means okay. But, like, why do I do this when I'm angry? Like, what purpose does saying okay with your hands mean when you're angry? Like, it just doesn't. Oh God, my lips are so bad. Look at how chapped they are. They're literally, like, there's literally a layer of dead skin on top. Like, a full fucking layer on both lips. That's fantastic. Like, oh yeah. Ugh. I don't even have chapstick. I have to get chapstick. I'm just pissed off because, like, just what if my college career is ruined because of this stupid bitch and, like, everything and, like, ridiculousness and, like, the fact that my grandma's mad at me, she doesn't even understand. Like, I get justified anger. Like, I get that. I accept my wrongs, whatever. But when someone accuses me of something that's wrong, I refuse to accept it. And I just, like, want to be defiant and be like, bitch, no, you're wrong. Or, like, someone tells me to do something and clearly it's wrong. I'm like, hold up, bitch. No, we're not doing this. We are not doing this. We are not having this. No, you're wrong. Like, no. And I hate it so much. And this is exactly what happens with my grandma all the fucking time. And that's why it irks me so much, but I can't do anything about it because, like, literally has no mental capacity to, I also really need to talk, like, quieter, because, like, I notice a lot of times when I have my rants about my grandma, I get really loud, and so she won't hear me. And I did notice that a lot of times after, like, a rant or whatever, like, I'll go out there and she's, like, a little bit more hostile to me than usual. So yeah, maybe I should be a little bit more quiet. The unfortunates of living with people, God. I almost wish I lived alone. I do wish I lived alone. But then at the same time, like, I'm so clingy, I would be like, I'm terrified, I need help, I need a person. Like, I don't know, books can help me, my turtle can help me, popcorn can help me. Yeah. Also, today is Mother's Day, so that's great. My dad wanted me to make cards or something, and I was just kind of like, my grandma's Japanese. Like, she probably doesn't even realize it's Mother's Day. She probably doesn't even know what Mother's Day is. Or if she does, she doesn't, like, have any significance with it. It's kind of like her with Christmas. She's just kind of like, oh, it's a holiday. Like, I'll give you gifts, but it's not important to me because I love New Year's. And I'm just like, okay. But, like, that, like, she has her Japanese holidays, and then she has her American holidays, which are basically insignificant to her. And she's kind of like, oh, yeah, Happy Patty's Day, like, whatever. So, like, this Mother's Day kind of thing is, like, not that big of a deal. And he was all like, you have to make cards or whatever. And I was like, you can just call her and say Happy Mother's Day. Like, I'm pretty sure she'd appreciate that more than me making cards for you in my little childish, like, ridiculousness, and then being like, from Dad. Like, I'm not 5 years old, okay? Like, that's not happening. So, like, I'm just gonna tell him, like, call Grandma and be like, Happy Mother's Day, or whatever, because, like, that's gonna be more important to her than me making a card and making it out to her from my dad. Like, that's just weird. Also, that, like, I'm so white. Like, do you see that shit? Like, I am so pale. I hate it. Okay. It really bothers me. What was I gonna say? But then also you had me, like, order a present off of Amazon, which I just ordered the first thing that I think my grandma would like, and it was, like, this little butterfly wind chime thing with, like, petrified, what are they called? Flowers. And, like, it's, like, infused with a glass, and, like, it looks pretty, and, like, it's a wind chime, so, like, hang it up, and she'd be fascinated about it for, like, literally hours, just staring at it, because she does that, she just stares out the window all the time. I don't know why, I don't get it, but, like, whatever. Yeah. I don't know if I stated before, but my cousin's coming, and I'm really excited. I love my cousin. And I haven't met her in person in, like, legit years. Like, it's been a year. Oh my god, these historian books are fucking affecting me bad. Ugh. Also, this book I'm reading, like, it was okay in the beginning, and I really liked how the girl was really built. I think the reason I really like these historian books is, like, the guys are so fucking arrogant, and it's really nice to see, like, the dynamic between them where a girl is, like, defiant and, like, surprises them, and they're like, oh my god. Whereas a lot of times in, like, the modern day romance books, like, when a girl is defiant, it's seen as, like a conqueror. Like, it's not, like, an uncommon thing for a girl to be defiant. And it's like, they're like, oh, this is gonna be a fun game, and then they magically end up falling in love. Like, that never happens. It's so unrealistic. It's stupid. Like, I hate it. But where these historian novels, like, what happens is, like, a lot of times the girl pretends to be submissive in the beginning, and then, like, towards the middle to end, she kind of, like, reveals her true self or whatever, and they're kind of like, oh my god, and then they're just like, oh my god, and then, like, all of this stuff happens, and it's, like, all due to her, like, rebellious side, and it's really cute, and, like, I love it, but, like, whatever. Anyways, but yeah, I'm still pissed at the girl. Like, are you fucking... It's a really good thing I don't own any weapons, because if I did own weapons, that would be not a pretty sight. Like, at all. Like, I mean, I don't think I'd ever own a gun, but pocket knives are an option. I'm not going to lie. Also, I've really been interested in, like, throwing daggers and learning how to throw dagger. Because I learned how to, like, shoot a bow and arrow, and that is hella fucking fun. Like, and it's not the little flimsy, like, I don't know, like, you know those, like, arcade games where they had, like, the little fake, like, realistic bows? Like, no, it's like that. It's not like that. It's, like, the modern bow. It's, like, the one that has, like, the strings and, like, it's really taut, and it's, like, metal. Like, it's liberating to shoot an arrow and, like, have it hit the target. Like, it's amazing. But, like, I want to, like, try it with other stuff, too. Like, I don't know. It just makes you feel empowered, almost. Like, I don't know how to explain it. But, like, I haven't shot a bow and arrow since, like, an arrow bow. I don't know when I say it. Okay, anyways. Since Wisconsin, though. Because that was where I learned how to do it. I kind of missed it. I'm not gonna lie. Though, honestly, hunting would not be that bad either. Because, like, hunting actually serves a purpose. Like, it's... Well, I mean, there's some, like, locos who, like, literally go, like, batshit crazy and are like, oh my god, look at my manly hunting self, and, like, hunt to the extreme and, like, fucking, like, just destroy habitats and are like fucking ridiculous. But hunting, when you follow the regulations and only kill like 2 to 3 birds at a time, like of a certain species or whatever, like during the hunting season, like that's really nice because it does more than just like feed you. Like I know a lot of people are like against hunting because they say like there's no purpose for hunting anymore, that we have livestock, blah blah. But there is a purpose for hunting because what's it called? It's something regulation. Species regulation? I don't remember what it's called. But it's basically when like a species overpopulates and gets out of control and could like wreak havoc. Okay, wow, we're struggling with words today. Is that unusual? No. Okay, but wreak havoc on a habitat. And also I feel like I'm still saying it weird. Havoc. Why is it such a weird word to say? God damn it. Okay, whatever. It just fucks with the habitat, okay? That's all you need to know. And so, like, an overpopulated species, like, that's what they do. Like, they kind of, like, mess with the food cycle, and they mess with the habitat and everything. And so what hunters do is, like, especially when they follow the actual restrictions, and they aren't poachers, and they're just normal-ass fucking hunters, like, all they do is, like, they just kind of regulate the environment, and they help feed themselves with their little hunting game or whatever. But then they also, like, help, like, the environment because, like, they're regulating, like, an overpopulating species. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not just, oh, I'm a man and I can hunt. Like, they're doing more than just that. Like, you know? Like, I don't know. I just think it would be cool to, like, hunt. Obviously following the restrictions and not poaching. But, like, whatever. Like, it's just, I don't know. I feel like it's such a controversial subject. Especially with vegans making a big entrance in today's society today. Like, wow. Okay, then. Yeah. I feel like a lot of people join veganism just to be healthy. And then they realize how hard it is, and a lot of them quit. But then the ones that stay end up being, like, weird health fanatics and are kind of blinded by their whole, like, animals are, like, lovable creatures and they, like, deserve to survive and, like, blah, 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 blah. But there's a give and take in everything, sweetie, okay? We're omnivorous, okay? You can't just keep eating, like, what you're eating and expect to, like, survive and, like, live the happiest, healthiest life of your entire life, because it takes a lot of expense to live the happiest, healthiest life as an omnivore. When you're an omnivore, but you're just eating vegetables like a fucking, like, oh my god, just I'm not against veganism if you're, like, okay. If you're, like, Freely or some other vegans who are, like, just shoving it down your throat, like, oh my god, like, you need veganism, like, it's gonna be so good for you, you're gonna be so healthy, like, it's so good for you, like, blah, 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 like, you're helping save the environment, blah, 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 one animal at a time, blah, 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 like, shut the fuck up, okay? We're omnivorous, okay, bitch? Like, it's been for literally centuries, like, thousands, millennia, I don't, like, how many years, like, it's been, like, fucking a lot, okay? Like, we've been eating both meat and vegetables / fruit, like, we've been eating both for, like, just so long, and, like, you're just gonna, like, you can't change that, like, you can't, and honestly, it's a good thing that you can't change that, because, like, if we literally just ate vegetables, like, we wouldn't live as long, probably. Like, there's just so many variables that go into being a vegan that make it, like, just, I don't know, like, it would just, there's no possible way that you can, like, coexist with animals and live side by side with them by just eating vegetables, because, like, overpopulation, all of these other things that, like, they just don't, I get loving animals, I really do, but, like, we're omnivores for a reason, like, Bobo, like, just, okay, well, it is Sunday, and it's 11:33, oh, also I need a shower, clearly, this shit is a mess, it's always a mess, okay, but yeah, when I say au revoir, again, au revoir, au revoir, au revoir, au revoir. we're gonna end it there. Bye bye. Adios. Whatever.